Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. In the last part, we beat the main original story. And now it's time to start delving into the post. What was the end game for 2.0. Do I need to adjust my sound? I actually do. I turned up my music. Let me turn that back down. Before I can embark upon your journey, I'm gonna go ahead and unlock a crafter and a gatherer. In some testing around, I kinda said, yes, I want to be a goldsmith, and there was a cutscene there. I don't know what it said, blah, 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 blah. But we need to seek an audience with Miss Serendipity. Just on the steps, show her your burning desire to learn, and get her permission to join. So let us do that. Stop right there, you little troublemaker. People are working here. Look around me. I had mistaken you for a moment there. Let's start over, shall we? What brings you here today, adventurer? Do you perchance have the aspiration to become a goldsmith? Really? That's great. Welcome. Welcome. I'm Serendipity, but you can call me Sarah. Or is that too informal? Sorry, I'm still unaccustomed to this whole guild master business. Ah, right. What did you say your name was again? Adrian? Ah, right. Ariana. Well then, Ariana. Work hard, and one day your creations may line the shelves and edge themes and aesthetics. Trust in yourself, and you can achieve anything. That was sufficiently inspiring, I trust. Good. Next order of business. Here's your new chaser hammer. Well, I say new, but it's actually a bit weathered. But never mind that. Just show me that you know how to hold it so we can get started. So let's go ahead and get that. We get information on how to change classes. I may need to visit my retainer here and drop off some things. So we got the crafting log. My first chaser hammer. Great, let's get started. Though to be honest, I'd swear you've done this before by the way you wear that hammer on your hip. Mind you, even if you do have some experience, a responsible guildmaster must ensure that her charges have a firm grasp of the fundamentals. Therefore, I command you to craft me a copper ingot. Simple, really. All you need is copper ore and a wind shard. Our guild supplier Aston can supply you with copper ore, and I gave you a few wind shards along with your hammer. At least I think I did. It turns out you don't need to get some yourself. Isn't this exciting, are you? Your first real challenge is a member of the Goldsmiths Guild. Show me the ingot when you're done. So we need to go to the crafting log to create it. Of course, also our hotbars are all kinds of dumb right now. Thank you. So, we can buy a copper ore here. However, I do believe there is our, So this is our crafting log. We need 3 copper ore. Screw it. We don't need to do anything fancy. Let's just buy 3. I don't feel like running all over the place. Let us... I keep hitting M instead of N, which is... Alright, so all we have is one button right now. So let's just press it twice. And thanks to some experience changes they've made, we kind of just powered right through that first level, almost 2. Oh, did you forget what materials you need? No, it's right here. You know, I think this is quite... Utter garbage, the worst, not even fit for making a chamber pot. Quite, Gigi, I'm the guildmaster. I get to decide what's fit for a chamber pot. Please excuse me. He gets a bit overzealous at times. Gigi is my assistant, but he has a habit of butting in with his opinions. Most mammoths are rather simple, capable of no more than rudimentary speech. They can be relied upon for menial tasks, but little else. Gigi, on the other hand, is quite intelligent, and quite stubborn, I might add. I suspect that's due to his age. He's been with the guild for an eternity, ever attending each guildmaster. Recently, he's been coming and going as he pleases. Kneel before Gigi, the one true guildmaster. Respect my authority, ignorant mortal, or suffer my wrath. It's like this every day, Arya. I'm afraid the experience he's accumulated over a century of assisting guildmasters has made him arrogant. Quite intimidating, really. And maybe the guildmaster, he's like a walking, talking archive of all knowledge to do with our craft. Oh! I completely completely forgot about your ingot. Sorry. I was about to say, I think this is very, very good for a beginner. It's reasonably pure and well-formed. There, so you've got an knack for this, are you? What you need now is practice. So keep practicing with your hammer and come back here when you've gotten more comfortable using it. Bugger off, greenhorn. So, yep. As expected, our next quest is at level 5. And now we're level 3. So yeah, they kind of, sort of, in a bit, I think like patch 5.1, they kind of, sort of, really messed with the experience gain, and yeah, let's just say that you get a buttload of experience with crafting and gathering now. So yeah, I need to drop some stuff off in here real quick. Okay, we have inventory again. So the next place I wish to stop by is over at the Miners Guild. Because I also wish to pick up mining. So let's do it. I might eventually pick up the others. I don't know yet, but... Well, adventure, you stand with the Miners Guild, the place where seekers of the realms mineral wealth gather. With pickaxe and sledgehammer, we miners work rock and earth that they might yield us ores, fossils, precious stones, and more. If you have a mind to join our ranks, you will be pleased to know that we are currently recruiting. Great riches await those with strong backs and keen eyes. This decision you will not regret. You've taken your first step towards striking it rich. To look at the lands of Ul'dah, one would be forgiven for thinking the region barren of opportunity, but beneath the surface, the scene could not be more different. There lie veins of copper, silver, and gold beyond measure. For as long as he has dwelt in Thamelin, man has availed himself of these vast deposits, giving rise to a thriving mining trade, which forms the foundation of our nation's prosperity. Of course, the mining trade, as it is today, owes much to an event which took place some century and a half ago, namely the Mad Mithril Rush. Never before had the Sultanate seen such an influx of migrants. Endless throngs came from lands near and far, spurred on by the dream of discovering the motherlode. Alas, a harsh reality awaited them. You see, the vast majority of these poor souls were miners in name alone, and they possessed neither the proper equipment nor the training to realize their dreams. To make matters worse, the mining concerns, who in those days held absolute power, did not scruple to exploit them. Presented with a glut of unskilled labor, they proceeded to fill every tunnel to bursting, and atrocious working conditions soon became the norm. Miners were paid a pittance for back-breaking labor and saw naught of the riches they unearthed. Push the breaking point, the workers band together to form the Miners Guild with the aim of improving conditions while protecting the integrity of the trade. Since then, we have sought to educate folk in correct mining practices, both to prevent accidents and to curb the impact that our trade has upon the environment. Trust you now have a better understanding of what we do. All that is left is commit your name to our will. Alrighty, pray speak to me again. So that's kind of the sort of thing, like explaining the Goldsmith's Guild that I missed. So, Way of the Miner. Music to my ears. I, the kind made when one's pickaxe strikes gold. Must introduce yourself to Guildmaster Adalberta right away. Approval is required for you to be formally admitted to our ranks. In case you're unaware, that Adalberta is perhaps the most accomplished of those miners who still swing a pickaxe. Her understanding of her trade is unsurpassed, and her flair for prospecting and candy. Oh my gosh. Her brain, in short, is a veritable gold mine of knowledge. Much of it concerning the mining of gold. Jesting apart, you stand to learn a great deal from her. When you are ready, pray present yourself to Adalberta. You will find her down the steps yonder, over by the bar. Yeah, so we've talked to her before. Well met, adventurer. Adalberta is my name. I'm master of this guild. Take it you wish to become a miner. Well, our doors open to all who aren't afraid to work hard and get dirty. Thanks to recent advances in refining technology, it's now possible to smell even low-purity ores. I mention this because it's allowed us to reopen a number of mines which were long thought exhausted, prompting trade to flourish. Truth be told, with business as it is at the moment, we haven't taken on enough new miners, and few folk make better miners than adventurers, you being a hardy lot. What's more, your will travel, which serves to expand the guild's sphere of activity. But no, I'm not suggesting you join solely for our benefit. For your part, you'll acquire skills that will prove to your profit. A mutually beneficial agreement. I trust you'll agree. So what say you? You'll join us, yes? Yep, let's get ready to work hard and get dirty. Then bid you welcome to the Miners Guild. May your toils never go unrewarded. Now, here's a pickaxe to get you started. It's not the newest, but should serve a novice well enough. Go on and take it up. See how it feels in your hands. Speak to me again when you're ready, and I'll assign you a little task to help you get into the swing of things. So, let us equip the pickaxe. My first pickaxe. You'll go with the pickaxe, are you? Now that you're suitably equipped, your training can commence. A miner learns her craft best in the wilderness with pickaxe in hand. To begin, see how you fare with good old copper ore. Bring me, say, 10 chunks. Deposits of the stuffs throughout Thamelin. I doubt you have to go very far outside the city. Seek out some promising locations outside the Sultana and the Gate of Null and swing away. The motion may feel awkward at first, but in time it'll become second nature. So, the thing is... Yes, it's telling us how to do it. The thing is, we already kind of get some copper ore. So, I need to check something. Okay. Yay! I have, Alright, I'm gonna overwrite that one. And let's equip that pickaxe back on. Oh. Oh. Make a new gear set. Make that over there. 10 chunk copper ore. So yeah, we kind of already had it because of doing goldsmith first. This actually wasn't planned, but hey, it works, I suppose. We actually have 30 of them. Let's see here. 10 chunks, just as they ordered. Well done, Aria. I didn't leave, but tell me, is being a miner odd like you imagined? Yeah, it's much easier. I just had the items with me. All new recruits say as much. It is a combination of knowledge, experience, and instinct to know where to dig, yet it's ultimately backbreaking labor that yields you your prize. Make no mistake, Arya, mining is grueling work, and you'll be dog-tired most of your waking hours. But tell me, do you not feel invigorated each time your pickaxe struck home? I haven't used it. Did you not experience a thrill of triumph when the earth finally yielded up your prize? That is what we miners live for. You may be ripe to collapse, your face caked in weak old dirt, but the promise of discovery drives you on. The instant you find that which you have long sought, in that sparkling instant, you feel like a god among men. You've made a fine start, and I would see you maintain your efforts. Practice swinging your pickaxe till your arms have learned the motion, then return here. Another little task for you. So now we actually have to go out and get to level 5. So the armor piece that it actually gave us from crafting is not going to be useful for us here on Gatherer because it does not have the right stat on it. However, let us, now that I have those two, I can, go ahead and start leveling them up on the side. But next thing's next. Let's head back to Vesper Bay. Also, I need to use some things in my inventory here. Oops. Alright. So... Oh, I know what quest that is. Okay. I'm like, what? Oh, yeah. So let's talk with Nedrick here. Our good friend Nedrick. Ghost of Amdapor. If you don't mind my saying, it seems to me you've been wanted for stimulation of late. The air of torpor about you is quite palpable. Adventurers are as next of kin to explorers, my friend. Like us, you need regular doses of excitement, else you're like to shrivel up and die. I would hate to see that happen to you, so I will tell you of a place that will surely set your heart racing. Amdapor Keep. This is a ruined fortress. Situated in the South Shroud, dating back to the 5th Astral Era. If the thought of delving into the past sets your loins afire, the keep will surely serve to quench it. The entrance is watched by a wood whaler named Maxine. Give her my name, and she'll tell you all you need to know. However, we also have the Weaponsmith of Legend. How far is the adventuring of late? Your gear holding up against the rigors of trade? Make no mistake, my friend, the quality of a weapon may well prove the difference between life and death. If you're serious about such things, there's someone I can introduce you to. Her name's Rowena, and she's a collector of all manner of rare artifacts. She just might have something in her stock to suit your martial prowess. Rowena used to do business in Ul'dah, but has since relocated to Revenant's Toll, so it's been nearer to the ancient ruins from which she derives her livelihood. Should you ever have reason to go there, you do well to pay her a call. So, we need to go speak with Rowena, and we're still going to ignore that quest, I believe. No, we're not. We are not ignoring this quest anymore. My bad. My bad. We want this quest now. Trauma Queen. Heard we're in the same trade. You're in better shape than me, though. A mishap at the Wanderer's Palace nearly did me in, but boy, was it worth it. The calamity drained near half the water from Bronze Lake, and there it was, an ancient temple of Alshon. Why is it called a palace then? Beats me. I just went in looking for the treasure, me and my feller. It was like a dream, that's what it was. The water had done a thing. There were gold-framed mirrors bright as the moon. We gazed upon ourselves, draped in chains of pearl, dancing on the floor of marble and malachite. Like a king and queen, me and my feller. A daring do adventurer like yourself wouldn't say no to a chance like that, now would you? Tell you what, go down to the docks west of Camp Bronze Lake and talk to Abazi Chirazi. Used to be a boon companion of mine. He'll ferry you to the place. Alright, alright. So, I actually need to head into the Waking Sands. We are not continuing the story, but I do need to pick up some quests in here. You know, the quests I was like, let's wait. We're not waiting anymore. So, actually, the first place I want to try and stop by is Minfilia. I'm going to speak with her right quick. She should have 2 quests for us. A recurring problem. No reward, but has need of your talents for a re-emerging primal problem. Oh no! I know you have had a chance to rest, but I'm afraid there's still work to do. The ultimate weapon's destruction, it would seem, has served to embolden the beastmen, who now seek to call down their gods once more. Even as we speak, the Almaja, Ixal, and the Kobolds are making preparations for their respective summoning rites, and that is but the half of it. Much to our dismay, all 3 tribes were somehow able to procure vast quantities of crystals. Oh, my turn to say something. Ahem. Basically, it means the primals will be stronger than they were before. Far, far stronger. Their previous incarnations will seem to as pale imitations. The beast tribes, we believe, began hoarding crystals with a vengeance in the wake of the Ultima Weapon's maiden appearance. You will remember that was a time to devour 3 primals in one sitting. The Grand Companies are aware of the potential primal outbreak. Alas, due to the losses they incurred to ensure the success of Operation Archon, they are ill-equipped to take any meaningful measures. After deliberation, the leaders concluded that they must needs turn to us once more. To thee. The etheric waves that were observed in Mordona do not appear to bear a connection to any beast tribe. Yet more and more still remains beyond our knowing. We must be prepared for all possibilities. I am loath to send you into the midst of danger again so soon, but none have proven themselves more capable against the primals than you. Will you undertake the mission, Arya? You have my thanks. I truly do not know what we would do without you. Go ahead, Thancred. Ahem. With circumstances as they were, I haven't had a chance to properly express my gratitude. I owe my life, Arya. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. A string of failures had left me feeling powerless. I wanted to be stronger that I might do right by my fellow scions. But instead, I caused you all no end of grief and suffering. I swear to you, it shan't happen again. Owing to everyone's ministrations, I'm quite recovered now. I hope to return to my duties again soon. Thancred's return marks the beginning of a new chapter for the Scions. Let us renew the fire in our hearts and continue to press ever forward. Now then, back to the matter of the primals. With no fewer than 3 of the beings threatening to appear, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. We must take it one sure step at a time. Orion J has the overview of the situation as it stands. Please speak with him to receive guidance on your mission. Fine, I'll speak with him. So he's actually no longer in the room, and by Memphilia, we aren't continuing the story. So we do have some quests here. Flapwiz, the Kobold Initiative. So I'm not going to like complete these yet. I just want to grab them while I'm down here, mainly. Read the riptides and the... I might not. Maybe. We'll see. Read the riptides and the winds. Embrace yourself for the coming storm. Learn as much when I sailed as a yellow jacket eye. The wisdom of the seas has served me just as well on land. The beast traps are a storm in the brewing, and neither the scions nor the city-states can allow themselves to be caught unawares. Nay, we must strike first and nip the storm in the bud. I'd start with the kobolds. I reckon they've grown a bit too big for the breaches of late. One thing I've learned as Yellow Jacket is that your ship is only as steady as your crew. Before taking on the kobolds, I've in mind to round up some new allies. You can't overlook, you'll find a crew of pirates who've given up pillaging and plundering, now fly the flag of the maelstrom. I'd bring them on board to fight the kobold menace, but I've a notion that an honest plea from yourself would be more convincing. Mind you travel to Camp Overlook and speak with Commander Bloyden in my stead. You'll be doing us a great service, Yeah, we'll wait to do this one. I think I know when I want to do it. Into the Valley of the Skull. I call upon you as a fellow Scion Ari to assist our allies in meeting a mutual objective. The Maelstrom needs every sword it can summon to stifle the Sahag in advance. I implore you to journey to Camp Skull Valley and discuss the matters with Falk Brita and render what remedy you can. Well, we've talked with her before. Can't do it without you. My dear friends, Abba and Ali came to the Scions with a burning passion to deliver this realm from darkness. Passion that I could never muster. They fought bravely with honor until they could fight no more. Me, I was never worth much on the battlefield. I wanted nothing more than to honor my fallen comrades, to carry on their fight. But how? One day it struck me, I may be woefully lacking on the battlefield, but my mind is sharp enough. I've resolved to plot a course of action and recruit capable allies to our cause. One thing is clear to me. We can ill afford to be distracted by the beast tribes with more ominous storm clouds gathering on the horizon. To that end, we must find strong and loyal allies to quench the beast menace. You are familiar with the perhaps a tribe of fearsome hunters and huntresses? Oh gosh. I'm convinced that they would prove invaluable allies in the battle against the Amoja, if only they could be won over. The respect strength above all. I fear they'd sooner gut me than listen to my tale. But if you spoke, they would listen. I am certain of it. And so I ask, friend, travel to Forgotten Springs and speak with none in my stead. Not him again. So let's speak with Urianger. Such knowledge as I possess of the beast tribes and their primals is at thy disposal. Whether man or beastman, we aren't wont to seek power when plunged into the black depths of despair. That despair doth begin with the Amoja, who may have already summoned forth Ifrit. With our comrade Thancred now returned, thou wouldst do well to seek his counsel. Oh. What is primal? I think I know what one that is. So I don't want to grab it yet. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Confirmation has just arrived from the Immortal Flames. 'Tis as Urianger said. I fear the Amoja have already summoned Ifrit. Confrontation with the Lord of the Inferno is inevitable. I would like nothing more than to lend you my blade, but the students of Baldesian insisted that I refrain from taking to the field where it concerns primals. I know not the workings of it, but would seem that recent events have left me especially susceptible to tempering. As much as I hate missing out on the fun, for everybody's sake, I'm going to sit this one out. Instead, I will focus on gathering and analyzing data. Now the Immortal Flames have already conducted a preliminary investigation into Ifrit. They may well have information that will be of use to you. Do pay a visit to the Hall of Flame and speak with Commander Swift. One last thing before you depart. Doubtless you remember Memphilia's words, but this Ifrit is a far cry from the primal you first defeated. You will want to assemble your most dependable comrades for the mission. Be safe, my friend. So we need to head back to Wuldar. Hello, Commander Swift. Also, didn't have that up. Corporal Ariana, we thank you for coming. The Flame General will be heartened to hear that you have answered the call. As we've already relayed to the Waking Sands, Ifrit is returned. For the sake of peace in the region, we humbly request that you vanquish him. The primal is to be found in his domain, the Battle of Embers. To get there, you must use the beastman Aetherite found within the depths of Zalharak, the Amalja stronghold. The Amalja have constructed their own Aethernet from salvaged Aetherite shards. This being the case, you should be able to use it without problem. No doubt you already know this from your fellow Scions. The present incarnation of Ifrit is far stronger than the last. Facing him with any fewer than 7 of your style's comrades would be ill-advised. That is all the intelligence we have to share. The rest is in your hands. I shall pray for your victory and safe return. So, yeah, they're basically telling us it's an 8-man instance. So, let us now head back to Revenant's Toll. Oh my gosh. All the quests here. But I want to go speak with Rowena. So, down here? Yes. I had to kind of remember because it was on the list anymore. Brennan Nedricks, are you? Then you must be an adventurer of some skill. The business relies on capable people such as you. As a gesture of goodwill, I'm going to share with you a morsel of information. There is this bloke named Gerald. He makes his living in weapons and armor and whatnot. They say his skills the finest in all the realm. Might be as it's gone to his head, though. Folks don't take to the man, if you get my meaning. Oh, he likes drink and all. Bloody Byra got himself in the forge, though. As a young lad, he was cast out on his ear by his master for the crime of crafting finer wares, and that will piss drunk. Ever since, he's roamed here and there, earning his keep day to day. I have known Joe ever since I landed in this business. Ain't seen him for a while, though. The last time I did, the old fool had tears in his eyes and snot dripping from his nose. Fallen in the hard times, he said. Asked for a bit of coin to tide him over. Never paid me back, neither. Couldn't say for sure where he is now. Seem to remember hearing he was in the Black Shroud, putting up at Hearst Mill or some such place. He might do well to commission his work. Leave him reforge the relics of old if you make it worth his while. There ain't no other in Aors yet as can do that. If it's relics you care to know about, I have a promise of payment what might catch your fancy. It don't look like much, but it'll get old Gerald to fire up his forge, that much I promise. Alright, so we need to head back to Hearst Mill. We were there ages and ages and ages and ages ago. Our best bet is to take Fogcore Float. Ah, flying makes it so much nicer to get here. Oh my gosh. Got visits with me, have you? Venture, then there better be coin or drinking it. Elsewise, bugger off back to wherever it was you came from. Restoration work on an old weapon, you say? What makes you think I'd fire up the forge for a grimy old... Where in the 7 hells did you get that promise of payment? I ain't got no coin, I tell you. Nay, not a single bloody gill. Gosh, just look at me, how far I've fallen. Me, the greatest weaponsmith of our age, and hammering out dents and kettles to pay off a tavern debt. Can you even begin to grasp me humiliation? Can you? Of course you can't. Why don't even bother asking? Alright, I'll restore your bloody weapon. Just get that goddamn slip of paper out of me sight. The quest A Relic Reborn is now available. This quest can only be undertaken while playing as Paladin, Warrior, Monk, Dragoon, Bard, Ninja, Black Mage, Summoner, White Mage, or Scholar. Basically, the Realm Reborn jobs. In order to accept A Relic Reborn, you must first complete the level 50 quest for one of the previously mentioned jobs. Each has its own A Relic Reborn quest, the completion of which will earn you the relic weapon for that job. Please note that you can only undertake one A Relic Reborn quest at any given time. If you wish to then acquire a different relic weapon, you must either complete or abandon the current quest. So, specifically, we are going to be picking up A Relic Reborn Spharai. Just let me make one thing clear. It might be as I'm repairing kettles to pay up for yesterday's meat, but I still got me pride as a master weaponsmith. You'll get no less than the finest out of me forge. And it might be as you've got that goddamn slip of paper. I'll only get you so much. Restoring relics like these cost for some rare old materials. I ain't got none, so if you want the job done, you'll have to run along and fetch them for me. So what is it you want restored? Fancy yourself with your fists, eh? Mayhap you've heard of the legendary monk Ivan Coralfist? The man was mad about corals, probably besotted from what I hear. All sounded a bit unnatural, if you ask me. Anyway, he honed his martial prowess by wandering the mountains, fighting all the corals he could find. By taking the creature's movement for his own, he devised a style of fighting like no other. But that ain't all. Ivan's love of the felines head was such that we had a pair of Spharai crafted. Fists what looked like corals. Legend claimed they allowed him to bring the sum of his skills to bear, or maybe cat, on his foes, on which account of which this design grew popular. But now that's tradition in danger of dying out. What with Alamigo's fall to the Empire and all, legendary weaponsmith that knows how Spharai are forged. If you're to have any hope of getting your mitts on the pair, it'd be from the Amalja host at Zaharak. Lizardmen are known to round up enemy soldiers for the sake of their twisted amusement. Wouldn't surprise me none if they've claimed a pair of Spharai or 3 from their victims. And lizardmen might be savages, but even they can find a weapon when they see one. So we now have a couple reasons to go to Zaharak. So let's go ahead and take them. Let's take Forgotten Springs, I suppose. Yeah, they're both about equal. Really? Fine, we'll finish up. Can't do it without you. We're here. The Slayer Titan returns. The Slayer seeks something of the ooh, yes? What is it you see? Do you wish to have us join your fight against the Almaja? The ooh do not care for the lizardmen. This is true, but the ooh fight no battles but our own. That is why what my tribesmen will say. I'm not unwilling to help you, but I know you better than they. So, what's it to you? The word of the nun is law. Those who turn a deaf ear to the nun, they will no longer have ears. I could order my tribe to fight for you. That would be good for you, yes. But would it be good for the you? That is my question. You're not proving yourself to me, but to many of the you are just another outsider. If you would earn their trust, you will do it yourself. Speak to my tribeswomen and hear with your own ears how they feel about you. Oy, oy, oy. Fine. We'll do this running around. Hello. The ooh fight whom we want to fight when we want to fight. Is this so difficult for an outsider to understand? Ever heard of being kind and helpful? Maybe? No. Join your fight? Why would you help an outsider with problems of our own? Alright, where are you? Oh, hey look, I can just fly right up here. Handy. I answer to the nun and none other. Be gone, outsider. This is no place for you. And... now, you're up in a tray. Oh my gosh. I've heard tales of your strength, yet if you are strong, why do you not fight your own battles? Because I have friends to help me. That's why. You return, but I would ask you to leave me. I am first and foremost none to my people, and their needs concern me more than yours. You! Ow, that stings. Outsider, I told you to, You would help you? You outsiders puzzle me, but I would be fool to refuse your aid. I'm told that some of my tribesmen have been ambushed and captured by the lizardmen. If the rumors are true, they bear grave wounds. The ooh are no strangers to death, but to die without a fair fight? That is no way for an ooh to die. I ask you not to rescue them. If they are truly ooh, their pride will not allow it. Ease their wounds with the salve, and they will take care of themselves. Alright, so this is on the way up to Zonrak up there that you see, so let's just take a little hop right over this mountain. Ignore the fact it says you can't fly her, because we definitely can. You can get over this mountain. Can't land on it, but you can get over it. So, we need to go up here. We've got a Breathless Huntress. The pain. The pain. Thank you, stranger. By your kindness, I live by another day. Let's grab that. I guess. No, I said mount. Thank you. Looks like the other two are over here somewhere. There's one. Sooner diamond defeat to the lizardman. Let's not have dying, okay? Thank you, friend. I will not forget this debt. And let's pop over for one more. Watch yourself, stranger. When they're not, my claws are still sharp. Well, how about I just give you this ointment? I know not why you helped me, but I thank you. Because it's the right thing to do. Alright, so before we go back to Forgotten Springs, let's actually head on in here. Oh, shush, game. I can fly higher, dang it. It's really gets yelly about that, because sometimes the height limit's a tad low. So, yeah, back in the day, you had to, like, run through all this level 48 nonsense to get back to, unlocking Ifrit here. But you can kind of see, like, just flying over it, what all you had to go through. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. Now, we need this battle drake, so I'm going to go ahead and land and give it a good puncheroo. How many do we need? 3? Alright. Well, there's a second one. No, it has a friend next to it. Alright, no problem. Why am I also in Fist of Wind from all my running around? Oops. Alright, one more. Pop back up. So, one thing I haven't really talked about with this is if you grab aggro and then fly up, they will eventually ditch you like so, because it's like, oh, you're just too high above me. Okay, I won't worry about you then. You're not a problem to me. It's kind of the trick. If you're like already on a mount, you can just get away from enemies like that, but of course if you're not already on the mount, you cannot do that. So anyway, we need to examine this treasure coffer here because of the Spharai. Oh yeah, you also would have had to, you know, fight your way all the way back here just to do that. Yeah. Anyway, so back here, I don't want to land just yet. We still have a couple enemies. Here is our Zaharok Aetheryte. Gosh, flying makes this so much easier and so much less fighting. So let's attune to it. Oh, hey, flame seals, I need those. And now, Duty Finder has been updated with a new regular duty. The Bowl of Embers Hard has been unlocked. So let's go back to Forgotten Springs. I don't want to do it just yet. I know I don't want to do these, but we've got Ifrit, was known as Ifrit Hard Mode, or Ifrit HM, unlocked anyway. But we've got some other priorities to work on. Let us report back. The missing 3 have returned and with Lizardman heads. You are true friend to the outsider. Let's grab some gold pieces. Ooh, 2 of them. The true you. You are a proud people. It is not easy for us to express gratitude to outsiders most of all, but those you say would speak to you. Do them the favor of hearing their words. Okay. Oh, they're all just, like, lined up out here. I don't know you're scions from a hole in the ground, but your friends are my friends, and your enemies are my enemies. Let us crush the beastmen together. They told me you were strong, but now I've seen it with my own eyes. I would be honored to do battle by your side. I thought I was lizard grub for sure until you came to my rescue. What say we crack some lizard skulls together? You gave me back my strength and my honor. This is kindness I must repay. Should you require my aid, you have it. Alright. They're all chill with me. I trust you have heard the answers you seek. The Yu do not open their hearts to outsiders easily, but those bonds we do form are that much the stronger. To protect our freedom and our newfound friends, the Yu will fight this battle. Return and tell your silent companions that the strength of the Yu is with them. Go in safety and know that you will always be welcome here. So I'm not going to return back to the Waking Sands yet. I'm going to return to Geralt. So I return. I observe the love of the felines. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, you're just giving me the same spiel again. Well, bugger me. Never in me wildest, drunkest dreams I imagine you'd actually find the bloody things. So to fire up the forge after all. Having said that, the relic's in far worse shape than I thought. It ain't like to survive much pounding in this state. Truth be told, I'd be worried about sneezing near it. We're gonna need a new host will give itself to the restoration. Bring me a pair of wild incesties, one with 2 grade 3 savage materia melded to it. This will serve as the vessel for the restored relic. Remember, that's 2 grade 3 savage materia. Less, and you'll get a knot from me. And no matter how many slits of paper you wave in my face. What are you talking about? I had the weapon I needed the entire time. Definitely. It is a fine base you've brought me. Just the thing to host your relic. I've marked what was left of the relic with the host weapon, so the groundwork's done, but don't go jumping for joy just yet. There's still more to do. I need to work on the finishing touches, but due to the reinforcement work I've had to do, the weapon's proven rather stubborn to shape. To get around this, we'll be needing some aluminum salt, a substance made by grinding rock called alumina into fine grains. Lucky for you, though, it ain't easy to get hold of. Mayhap he already knows, but there's species out there what devour their prey whole, and some swallow rocks as to aid with digestion. The dorm Chimera, what terrorizes the central highlands of XIV, happens to swallow luminous salts for this purpose. Slay the bugger and bring me the luminous salts, and I'll see to the finishing touches on your weapon. The dorm Chimera can be friended via the duty finder upon examining the quest destination situated at the Weeping Saint in the XIV Central Highlands. Please note that the trial of Relic Reborn, the Chimera, must be completed as a monk. Alright, so I need to head over to XIV and go unlock me a battle. So, don't remember, the Weeping Saint is right up here. Believe I can fly. This is so nice. Oh my gosh, seriously. This is so nice. You don't even know. It's like, oh my gosh, amazing. So let's go ahead and examine this destination here, and we have now unlocked a Relic Reborn, the Chimera. So, as it mentioned, we do need to do it as a monk. If we try to do it, say, as a red mage, we wouldn't get the proper credit for it. So, let us go ahead and queue it up. What the heck? 8 minutes? I was getting worried there. Like, I even got a healer, and it's like, no. Come on. So, you remember the Chimera in Cutter's Cry? Well, this is going to be very, very, very similar, except it has a couple different moves, and it no longer does the, like, message in chat or on the screen saying, like, eye glowing blue, eyes glowing violet. It, instead you just have to watch the casting bar for the enemy. So... of course... and of course, alright, so yeah, Scorpion Sting, you want to watch out for the back. I guess that is also new. So you want to watch out to not do stuff in the back too much, or at least if you do, be wary and watch what it is using. Like so. Also, it's going to be doing, it will do the in and out stuff, but yeah. You also want to keep an eye out for Ram's Keeper. It does put the persistent fit on the ground. Apparently the tanks have decided they are going to stun that instead of something that's going to be slightly more relevant. So it just did a little glowy thing. It's now chasing someone with the ball. Also, we now have an ice thing under the enemy. And they are not moving it, so that's fun. Dragon's Breath still exists. Ram's Breath also still exists. Okay, come on. I might have to do this unsync just to show more of this time. Alright, Dragon's Voice. So this is your out one. That is the purple, like ice glowing blue, so you would want to come in. But we didn't actually see any of that. So we are going to have to come back in here unsynced to actually show literally any of that fight. I guess. So, let us go ahead and exit on out. And with that, we have completed that part of the quest. And we need to bring it back to Geralt. I'm gonna go back to Geralt while I also set up going back in there unsynced. So we can actually show literally anything. And also so I can stop being slightly annoyed at someone in chat and also describe it. So let's pop on the undersized party, reselect the Chimera as I try and fly the right way at the same time, and go back in just like this. So welcome back to the Chimera. We are doing this again, right back to back. So it does have the same basic stuff as Cutter's Cry, as I mentioned before. It's going to have the two different kinds of breath, and it's going to have stuff like your Scorpion Sting, Dragon's Breath like so, and alright, so Ram's Voice is your one you want to go out on. These are silenceable. That is a very noteworthy difference from Cutter's Cries. You can silence them. And this is going to be something going forward with Chimeras as well, is that they will be silenceable. Dragon's Breath. We're trying not to kill it too fast so it can like actually show stuff. So one thing that actually used to be done, here's another Ram's Voice. Nope. However, this is the one that hits the entire arena, except it is height-based. This is actually really great timing. So, it's put a frostbite effect on us. So what people actually used to do is they would bring it out here and they would drag the Chimera up onto this particular hill where you see this line. They would drag it up here so you get a height difference. You'd have like your mages and stuff in range at the bottom, and then that way they wouldn't get hit by it. However, obviously that is no longer a thing. And of course we have our chasey glowy thing. This sets eyes on one target as it did in Cutter's Cry. If it catches you, paralyze. Or if it hits someone else in the group, it will paralyze anyone in that area. Eventually it does give up the chase. More Ram's voice. Ow. Ow. Oh gosh, I'm still getting caught here. Oh gosh. Like so. Oh man, it's really being a jerk about properly doing this. Just show us Dragon's Breath properly. So Scorpion Sting still. Seriously. Seriously. There we go. Dragon's Voice is the last one. Again, it's that, and it's going to be across the entire arena. And yeah, it can be painful. So that's kind of your basic idea here for the dorm at Chimera. Very, very similar to Cutter's Cry, but some very, very key differences. Also, these ice pools last way longer, so if it takes you like back in the day, it could take you way too long to actually go ahead and kill this thing, so you would just have these things all over the place, and it could be quite interesting, to say the least. So anyways, that's enough screwing around the Chimera. Now that we've actually shown the fight instead of just bonsai through, because that's kind of, the bonsai through is how it kind of ends up nowadays, but it's like, there is a fight there. And it did actually used to cause wipes and stuff, so it's like, yeah, it was a thing back before people got overgeared. Which of course when I did like all of my relic weapons on my main character, it's like, oh my gosh. So I had to do that, you know, all those different times, and then eventually again on Ninja, and it's like, when they gave us Ninja, it's like, oh my gosh, so many times. Alright, let's return back to Gerald. Just a dozen more kettles and salt to turn you again. I have the salts. Do you mind? And of course, the adventure comes back triumphant. Should have bloody known, not even the Chimera would be able to put you out of me misery. Hand over those aluminum salts and I'll get right to work. There, the deed's done. I squeezed out every ounce of me skill to restore your weapon. I think you'll agree it looks the part. Yet there's something missing somehow. You know, I'm buggery if I know what. There's just, the piece just lacks a certain glow, as it were. We need to learn more about the relic. Literature surrounding the hero associated with it would be a fine place to begin. I ain't exactly scholarly and haven't the slightest inkling where to get me hands on such stuff. As much as I hate to say it, Ryan's probably the one to talk to. Thing is, I'd sooner shove hot kettles up me arse sideways than owe that thrice damned harridan another debt. Huh? You're gonna have to make yourself useful once again. Take yourself to Rowena and ask for her help, and return here once you've learned some what might be of use. Alright, back to Revenant's Toll to speak with Rowena. You're looking a bit more run down than before. Your dealings with Gerald taking their toll. Actually, forget I even asked. My mouth tastes a bile if I so much as think of that sorry specimen. Is there something you need? Literature on the hero of old who once wielded your weapon? If I reckon I reckon I can find what you need. It might take a bit of time is all. Of course, this ain't a charity I'm running here. I can get you what you want, but you'll have to do likewise for me. I'll track down literature on the Ivan Coral Fist. For your part, you'll have to bring me an Antipore glyph. You'll find this inside Antipore Keep, a ruined castle situated in South Shroud. Clearing the deal? Then run along and fill your part. So you must complete the objectives of Andapur Keep. You must then also complete the quest Ghost of Andapur. You see? You see where I'm going with this, folks? I'm trying to kind of line this all up together to do it all in the right order. So let's hit the Andapur Keep. Why are there quests here? No. Let's see. Oh, I'm running into some flag spikes. What the heck? What's with that? So, Andapur Keep, once I make the right turn here, is right up this way. However, we are getting a bit long here. Here at Nedrick's recommendation, and you must not be without skill. That said, it is my duty to warn you of the dangers of the way. Sorceress was built by the Andapuri, an ancient people who rose to power upon arcane knowledge. During the heyday of their civilization, they built magnificent structures such as this. Alas, that splendor has long faded in the memory, and the keep has become a lair for the lambs of Dalama, the doomsday cult. Some of the cultists have even succumbed in summoning Voidsent, and we wood whalers welcome capable adventurers who would be willing to keep their numbers in check. So we now have unlocked Andapur Keep, but as I was saying, we are starting to get a little bit long in this video, so we are going to do Andapur Keep and what lies beyond, and I guess these side quests that unlocked here in the next video. So, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps her keep being content like this. You can find links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt, signing out.